have a 2-for-1 episode, and it will be the last video of the trip. Devastating, I know, so devastating. So we were in Edinburgh today and staying at the W Hotel, and we decided to have a bit of an easy day. We took a look at the shops and had a mooch around the local sites, and then we finished the day with fish and chips along the coastline and a wander along one of the balconies along the top of the W. And I'm quickly going to get on to day 16. Well, we started off the day with a fabulous breakfast at the W, and then we drove over to the Falkirk Wheel. This is a rotating boat lift in Tamforhill, Falkirk, that connects the Forth and Clyde Canal with the Union Canal. It opened in 2020. It opened in 2020 as part of the 2002. It is 2002. It opened in 2002 as part of the Millennium Link project, which connected these two canals for the first time since the 1930s. The wheel raises boats by 24 meters, and then the Union Canal is still 11 meters higher than the aqueduct which meets the wheel. So the boats must pass through a pair of locks between the top of the wheel and the Union Canal. The Falkirk Wheel is the only rotating boat lift left of its kind in the world, and one of two working boat lifts in the UK. The other is the Anderton boat lift. So let's watch the boat lift. Dun, dun, dun. So sorry. I don't be so much.
à l'heure, il y avait un peu de... Tout à l'heure, il y avait un peu de...
is the Falkirk wheel from 2 different angles. We then hung out for a little while and watched the swans. Because look at the swans and all the little baby cygnets. All right, then we went off to have a close-up look at the Selkies, but I think it was about £10 to park and then 20-minute walk over to the sculptures, so we decided it wasn't worth it, and we'd seen them from the highway, and it was also chucking it down with rain, so we thought the better of it and stayed in the car, and as the rain was getting worse, we paid a visit to Callendar House. So Callendar House is set in the grounds of Callendar Park in Falkirk during the 19th century. It was redesigned and extended in the style of the French Renaissance chateau, which was fused with some elements of the Scottish baronial architecture, and the core of the building is a 14th century tower house. During its 600-year history, Callendar House has played host to many prominent historical figures, including Mary Queen of Scots, Oliver Cromwell, Bonnie Prince Charlie, and Queen Victoria. The current building is by far the most substantial historical building in the area. Entry was free, and it's more of like a history museum, living history museum, because no one lives there these days, which we will figure out in a minute. The house lies on the line of the 2nd century Antioch wall, built by the Romans from the 1st of Clyde to the Firth of Forth in the 12th century. And Thanes Hall was located east of the present house and was one of the seats of the Callendar family, who were Thanes of Callendar. The 5th Earl, Sir Patrick Callendar, supported the claim of Edward to the throne of Scotland, and he was later condemned for serious capital crimes against the crown, and his estates were forfeited. In 1345, the Callendar lands were granted by King David II to Sir William Livingston, who was married to the daughter of Sir Patrick. Alexander V, the Lord of Livingston, was the guardian of Mary Queen of Scots during her childhood, and the marriage agreement between Mary Queen of Scots and the French Dauphin was signed at Callendar House. One of Alexander's daughters, Mary, was also lady-in-waiting to Mary Queen of Scots. Mary and Darnley came to Callendar during the Caseabout raid when soaked in a rainstorm in 1565. Members of the Livingston family were raised to the peerage in the 1600s, and the hold on the area came to an abrupt end in the 18th century when James Livingston, the 5th Earl of Linlithgow, was forced into exile abroad because he had sided with the Old Pretender, son of King James II of England, in the Jacobite Rising of 1715. In September of 1725, Bonnie Prince Charlie stayed at the house where he persuaded Lady Anne and her husband, William Boyd, to join him, and they gave him hospitality again before the Battle of Falkirk in 1746. But after the defeat at Culloden, Lady Anne's husband was beheaded for treason. All right, we've reached Hopetoun. I have a bit more to say about Callendar, but there we go.
Yes, yes he does.
Pull up in front of him and I'll take a picture. Swing round him and pull up.
He's moving now, supposedly.
I don't know.
Oh, he got the hint.
Okay, well, slow down.
Now turn left.
Is there anybody
and then
behind us?
immediately turn left.
Hold on, I want to take a picture.
Would you like a fresh windscreen?
Yeah, well.
All right, so welcome to Hopetoun. The house was built between 1699 and 1701 and was designed by Sir William Bruce, and the house was then extended from 1721 by William Adam until his death in 1748. The interior was completed by his sons John and Robert, and the entrance hall dates from about 1752. The Hope family acquired the land in the 18th century and operated lead mines in the area. Charles Hope was just 16 years old and the very first occupant of the house when his mother signed the contract with William Bruce to begin work on the original house. The house features 2 rather distinct styles. The back, overlooking the park, is still in the style of William Bruce, whereas the front is all Adam. The family do still live in apartments in the south wing of the house, but the house in its entirety is held in trust, which was established in 1974. For those that watch Outlander, it is first seen as the Duke of Sandringham's home and has been used in seasons 1, 2, and 3 to recreate scenes in Scotland, England, and Paris. The 2020 ITV series Belgravia was filmed at the castle, and in 2020, the Princess switched again. The house was used as the exterior of the fictional Monero Royal Palace. I'm going to talk about Callendar a little bit more because I've got a bit more to say, and then we'll go from there, and then you can enjoy the rest of Hopetoun in peace. In 1783, the York Building Society put the house up for auction due to financial troubles because they were actually leasing it to Lady Anne after her father was siding with the Jacobites in Culloden, etc. After her father got into some financial trouble, she was leasing it while he was in exile. That's what he was. He was in exile. So they put it up for auction, and William Forbes, an Aberdeen coppersmith, bought the house. Forbes made significant alterations to the house, and his son and grandson further altered Callendar House. So today, Callendar House is being developed as a major heritage centre. The interiors are being restored to their former Georgian styles, and it features a art and history museum. There's also a history research centre on site where all of the Falkirk historical archives are kept. Oh, look, it's the W. Oh, it's our friend Mr. Paddington. Hello, Mr. Paddington. So then we went off to the botanical gardens, where we very quickly ran round and saw the herbaceous borders, and the greenhouses were closed due to refurbishment, and they wouldn't be opening again until 2030, and we wanted to see the water lilies. There's Edinburgh, mooch round to Edinburgh, Alright, everyone, this concludes the June 2025 Scotland and England trip.